Hey, this is Danny Harley from the Kite String Tangle, and you're watching Moshcam.
Oh, how things have changed. Feels like I don't know you. You're in a whole different place, and I've strayed from who it was that you knew. We're drifting apart. We're parallel sinking ships.
Yeah, it's pretty bizarre. It's not something I envisioned happening with this project. It started out as like a side project, so now that it's kind of turned into my main thing that I do, it's kind of, yeah, it's pretty overwhelming. I got to play South by Southwest, which is awesome. Like, it's just mayhem. And I did a guest vocal at Coachella, so I got like an artist pass for the whole weekend at Coachella and got to like watch some of my favorite acts side stage. And Splendor in the Grass was probably the biggest show I've ever played, and yeah, it was just amazing. It was like such a amazing feeling, and there were so many people there, and it was just like, yeah, it was one of those moments where everything dawns on you, what's happened and how quickly it's been happening. Yeah. I mean, South by Southwest, it's just pretty insane because it's like 3,000 bands playing or something, and it's mayhem, everyone's everywhere, and everyone's showcasing, so it's a bit like, there's less people to see you and more people just kind of like, but again, at the same time, there's a lot more people taking a chance to come and see you when they may not have heard your stuff, so yeah, that's really cool. I mean, I'm just going over to do my first run of proper shows over in the States next month, so yeah, I'll report back. Crowd last night was really good. Canberra's always, it's one of those places, I don't know if they like don't get much stuff or if they just genuinely love everything, but I always have a great time there, and they always like are so enthusiastic and responsive. So it's even when I got to play there as part of Groove in the Moo, and they do a festival there in Canberra, and that was mental as well. It was probably my favourite leg of Groove in the Moo was the Canberra one, yeah. A favourite track I like to play live is probably, I mean, Given the Chance is always good because it was, you know, it's a song that resonated with people, so the reaction, like the chemistry between artist and audience is really, really strong and nice, so it's always like super rewarding to play. I hadn't really, I'm starting to develop some on this tour. I've been drinking a lot of tea before I go on stage, and I usually have red wine pretty much every show. In fact, every show I have red wine on stage. It calms me, I think. And then honey as well. Someone told me that honey is awesome, and I used it once and it went really well, so I've been trying to do that as well. I get some marriage proposals sometimes, which is always fun. I get nothing too crazy, I don't think. Hopefully my music doesn't bring out the crazy part of people, but yeah, I think that's probably about the most flattering thing that I get. A few marriage proposals here and there, but it's, yeah. There's so many. I have big love for a lot of British producers like Bonobo and Jamie XX and Subtract and all those guys. I would love to work with some of them, and then Brian Eno as well is like one of my favorite ambient artists and producers as well. So I mean, meeting him or doing anything like that would be insane. But that's kind of like shooting for the sky kind of stuff. I do some DJ sets after shows, and so I'm quite often listening to what I might play at the DJ sets and finding new tunes for that. And then otherwise, I listen to a lot of the beatsy kind of stuff that I mentioned earlier, and then whatever current that I'm liking. Yeah, nothing too crazy, like nothing road trippy music. Although we listen to a lot of like German kind of techno for some reason this tour. We've just been slamming it. Red wine is a must for me. So I guess I'd get some like a really good bottle, or even a whole bunch of different ones, so I could do a testing each night, like a tasting. That'd be fun, like all Zinfandels or like Cab Merlots or something, and then be able to test the, yeah, that'd be fun. Super nerdy, but fun. I think you have to live in like a balance of party versus not party. It's I've been learning the value of holding back recently, because otherwise you'll burn yourself out, I think. Which, yeah, I almost got sick in the last week, and it was, yeah, it was scary, because I was like, if I did get sick or I lost my voice or something like that, it would just be a disaster. So I think everything in moderation. And also, I like to travel light as well, pack very, very little. I think that's important, otherwise you just end up lugging around heaps of stuff. Just a tired guy lugging around heaps of stuff. This tour I've been taking around I've got like a little portable microphone, like a Zoom H4, and I use it to just sample random field samples and stuff, which I've been taking around, yeah, and I like to do that. I took it when I went backpacking through Europe as well, and it's just fun to get like sounds from everything. More of a sound guy than a photo guy, yeah. For more of this, subscribe here.